I think the Cosmos Hub is like on a really good trajectory. It's been really exciting talking to like the likes of Jahan from the Cosmos Hub team and about what he has planned and how he's thinking about product for the Cosmos Hub. And it's super exciting to see where it's going. But I mean, they have a huge hill to climb. And the longer it took them to get there, for Jahan to get put in place to do this work, the hill just kept getting bigger and bigger. And so they're chipping away at that hill, and it's getting faster and faster, in my opinion. Like there's the LSM stuff that's getting launched right now, the liquid staking, and there's what you mentioned, Neutron, Stride. So there's things moving, and there's just more and more in the pipeline. There's an amazing team there, and I think it's like a lot of people are justified in that thinking. But I think that, like I mentioned earlier, there is this like little delay of like when things get announced and when the community understands everything that's going on. And I think there's like this like salami meme that's going around for like the Atom economic zone. And I think people are like, oh yeah. And then like probably in like 4 or 5 months, we'll see it all around the news. Everyone's gonna be writing about it, and it's gonna be like, and everyone's gonna be thinking like, oh, why did I doubt that? And so I think we're like in that period that there's a lot of stuff going on. But even though it's like being publicized, people like aren't fully understanding the grasp of what it enables in the near future.
What do you think is the biggest threat for the Cosmos Hub?
The biggest threat?
Competitive chain. Because I hear a lot of people saying that when Celestia launches, like the Cosmos Hub is irrelevant, or when XYZ launches, like what do you think is the biggest competitor or threat for the hub?
I think the competitors are maybe not in the Cosmos ecosystem, or maybe not using the Cosmos stack, because like within the Cosmos ecosystem, if we look at like the product that the hub is offering right now, it's like security, because the hub is the highest valued Cosmos chain that is offering a form of shared security or replicated security. I think like when Celestia launches, the hub will augment itself to become a settlement layer, and that will be huge, because you'll have a settlement layer that has an immense amount of value on top of Celestia, and then like you can augment it with the hub and Ethereum. And so I think that it's like the product offering there. There are like other ecosystems that are trying to do something similar, because that's like how value accrual comes back to like the originating chain. So I think like maybe some of these like L2, L3 designs right now in the Ethereum space are some competitors to the Cosmos Hub. And I think like some other ecosystems could be, but they're not even thinking in that direction. They're thinking about like building some other products instead of like taking what they already have and trying to build something with that, because they already have product market fit with that product.
Interesting. Yeah. I think there's a lot of stuff going on within Cosmos, but also outside. Cool stuff. Final thing from my side, because we talked about this also a couple of weeks ago with the IC Interchain Academy, ICA, I guess, IDA, Interchain Developer Academy.
Yeah.
So in terms of like developer onboarding, and like where do you see Cosmos as an ecosystem? We talked about this a lot in the very beginning, like the fact that it's more bottom up and more sovereign teams contributing different things. What do you think the Cosmos community, all of us, could maybe do better? How can we maybe also onboard developers better and smoother? Maybe Sam, I mean, you've been onboarded to Cosmos. Like, how was the process for you, and how do you think this process could be improved or refined to onboard more developers into the ecosystem?
So yeah, this is a big thing at the moment, because when I started, I obviously had this like onboarding experience, and anything that's kind of been missing within the docs, because like I learned everything mainly from the docs, from Marco, from Callum, who's now at Celestia. So I've got a good network, but at the same time, there's so much missing, I feel, from the docs. So like I've just done like a revamp, which is in like staging at the moment. So it should like, we're hopefully going to release that soon. So like, just like with the docs revamp, you know, it's just got like kind of more user journeys and making it a little bit more easier to kind of navigate through the documentation. That's a big thing, because I feel like sometimes we take that for granted. Like when you are just going in and it's just to the documentation, and it's just really overwhelming. I mean, the developer portal for for Cosmos is really great because it's for beginners, but I'm also working on like tutorials and whatnot, just not only to help myself better understand what you can use the SDK for, but also to like help others on board. And I think it's like really, really important. And like, yeah, Marco's been really kind of pushing this work as well, because, you know, it's like the more kind of effort that we put in to the documentation, etc., the less questions we get. And we're also using like, but we need to make an announcement about it, but GitHub discussions as well, and moving away from Discord. So, you know, everything is actually searchable.
Yeah.